Welcome. My name is Randy Krum. I'm the author of Cool Infographics, and I run the website coolinfographics.com. We're here at South by Southwest in the Visme booth with founder and owner Payman Taei. Hi.
Thank you very much.
Is that right? How are you? Good job.
Hey, Randy.
And so today we're going to talk about creating great content and using Visme to create that great content. So let's start with, what is Visme? Let's just start with basics.
Absolutely. So we are an online content platform that allows anybody to create presentations, infographics, reports, and pretty much any type of text. So we are bridging the gap between productivity and creativity so that anybody can create that content, whatever.
So this is a website, everything's built into the website, everybody uses it through the web browser. They can create, you said, presentations, infographics, and other stuff. So let's start with presentations. So how does building a presentation work in Visme, and how does that relate to, say, the common tools that they're used to using today?
Absolutely. So most people are used to using tools such as PowerPoint. I mean, that's when you say presentation, people think PowerPoint. We call it more of a traditional tool because it, some of the way it functions is downloaded. You have to use it offline, and there are certain limitations on it. However, in our tool, you can actually import your PowerPoint, so that will be a good starting point, and you can then add layers, animate, add objects, and so on to it. So it becomes an online presentation. You can actually put analytics behind it, or you can create from a new presentation from a blank or from a lot of the really cool templates that we give you. So you have a really good starting point with a nicely designed, handcrafted presentations and slides that you can basically put together and be able to create a really cool presentation in a matter of minutes or hours, depending on how big.
And I think that's huge that they can import existing PowerPoint presentations.
Absolutely.
So if they want to share them online, they can just load it up into Visme and then give people a link to share to it. They can see it that way.
They can do that. They can password protect it. They can embed it to their own website or blog. As I mentioned, you can track the activity. You can convert it to put a registration form in front of it, so it's a
lead generation.
Yeah,
so there are really a couple of key points there. So number one, you can make it public. If you want to broadcast your presentation to the world, you can send them the link, or you said you can embed it into your own website and have people go through the slides and see the presentation as well. The other great thing is that you can password protect it. So if this is a corporate presentation, you want to keep it protected, or even just keep it protected until you're done with it. Right. You can put it behind the privacy wall.
Absolutely. You can take it down anytime and put it back up again. You can go back and edit it every single time and decide if you want to publish it again. So it just saves you time and the hassle with having to do that. The other step, that layer that adds in, is that you can actually have your presentation and you can share with if you have a team plan, you can share with your colleague, and you can have them take off where you left off, or you can go back and forth without having to transfer this big file.
Oh, that's even better, right? So multiple people can collaborate and be building and making edits to the same presentation.
That's absolutely right.
Absolutely, that's great.
Exactly. So that's the beauty of the system is that it not only allows you to give you creativity, but it helps you to save time and really add the layers in terms of from a marketing aspect to do things for your content. And by the way, even though it's an online platform, you can go back and download that content online.
Excellent. Okay. And so you can upload PowerPoint. You can start from scratch with a blank page.
Yes.
But there are also pre-built templates built into Visme.
That is correct. So there is a lot of really cool templates in both presentations and infographics. And with the presentations, every theme has multiple slides. It can be anywhere between 13 to 15 slides, and every single slide is customized. And you can literally decide that, okay, this is going to be a bio related slide, so there's a slide for that, or it's going to be data driven, it's going to be video, and so you have that already set up for you. All you do is just click and change the data. Right. But you can even go as far as completely changing that theme to your own color fonts.
Right, so you have complete control over editing everything.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about images, icons. How do you get stuff into a presentation?
So we give you a really good starting point, again, from an aspect of the granular media that you want. So we give you thousands of shapes. Every single one is SVG icons or vector shapes, so you can stretch it, make it as small
and resize them. That makes a huge difference.
Resize them, change the color, rotate them, and so on. You can then go as far as uploading your own images. You can drag and drop images, into the system itself. So if you even have animated GIFs, you can upload that to our system. It will preserve the animation.
So the animation will play when you play the presentation. It'll kick off. Yep.
Absolutely, we'll do that. Then, of course, a video. So you can actually just copy paste the URL from any video, and it will just boom, drop right in there. You can record audio. You can upload your own MP3 if you want. want to. We also have a really cool library of audio that we just
So go back to the video real quick. Do you just use links for like YouTube or the other services, or do you actually upload the video?
You can upload videos in our, at this point in time, in our enterprise plan. So that does require multiple licenses. Yeah, it's big files and so on that enterprise companies can upload, so they don't have to go through the route of YouTube and so on. But most people are just fine with just drop if they want exposure, so they'll go put it on YouTube and others, and also permit it. That's the quickest, fastest way.
Right.
Additionally, last but not least, you can also embed anything from a third party. So in our tool is that if you want to embed a quiz from, I don't know, Google or a form, a contact form, you want to put embed a fully functional Google map or from Bing, if they give you from anywhere else in the ecosystem of the internet, they give you a shared link, an embeddable link, you can paste that embedded to your presentation. So you can pretty much, we are the foundation, we give you the foundation and the base to pretty much put any type of media right into your presentation, and of course other forms of
Right. And so you talked about there's a couple risks with working online. One is getting your data back out. So if I build a presentation, if for some reason somebody's offline or somebody wants to see it, how do I do that?
Absolutely. So let's say yesterday I was doing a pitch at the pitch stage,
Here at South by Southwest?
Yeah, exactly. And the presentation, I kind of saved the best for last, and I gave the presentation, it was all animated, and it had all those slides and so on. And at the very end, I say, hey, by the way, this presentation is created in Visme, and it's loading offline. And so I downloaded that as HTML5. And it preserves all the interactivity and the slide language and so on. I was using a clicker, and I was able to use it offline without the worry as far as internet connection. But in other types, you can just download it as a PDF or as images, and then you have 10 slides and maybe 10 images and 10 pages of PDF as well. And it's really up to you the download options that you want. So people ask us, hey, can I export as PowerPoint? The reason most people ask that is because they're so old school, they're so used to thinking that you have to export as PowerPoint to be able to open a presentation.
Right.
You do not. In an HTML5 format, when you download the presentation, you just open the file right in your browser offline, and everybody's got a browser on their computer, desktop, laptop, so they can just
make it full screen, just do the presentation.
Absolutely. That's right.
Okay, so that's presentations.
Correct.
Visme is also really big in infographics.
Sure.
My bread and butter, what I loved, right?
That's
so
right.
let's talk about what's built into Visme as far as building infographics.
So everything that I mentioned as far as the content types, as far as the shapes, icons, images, video, audio, all of that you can put right into Visme or as an infographic. But additionally, we have data components. So we have these infographic widgets and we have these charts. So what you can do is take simple data, let's say number 39 or 59, and you can with a point click drag and drop one of our widgets, and it could be a number of people to represent males and females. It could be a radial value or a speedometer to represent that number, and you can within a click actually assign a number to it. But then additionally beyond that, we have charts. So you have multi-tier charts, comparison charts. You can use our tool to be able to actually visualize that data into an actual graph format, bar, types, donut, pie, and a few other ones that you can use. So we also use that component. And then it doesn't matter to us. There's tools out there that are specific for infographics. There's tools out there that are specific for presentations. We don't care what type of content that is visual you're going to create. We give you the one platform, and then it allows you. We just give you the canvas size because you can just drag and drop and make things the way that you want to.
And all those great charting tools you're talking about, those also work in the presentations too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so those aren't specific, but we actually use those quite heavily on the infographics side.
That's right. So again, my presentation yesterday, I had multiple charts.
The charts and the visuals. Yep.
Yeah, so because an infographic, in essence, is a tall form presentation. That's the whole, the name for it.
Yep.
Tell me the history of that. I'm guessing. So it's just a larger canvas size. It's a very cool medium because you don't go through slides. You just capture that data as you go up and down. But at the same time, yet it is composed of shapes, text, images, components, and we just give you that ability within one platform.
Yeah, and it's really big to be able to edit the data. Correct. So if you have new data, you can go in and the widgets will actually change the chart to match your new data.
That is correct. And then of course, same thing, you can download it as an image, PDF, you can put it online, you can embed it to your website.
So let's talk about that, because Visme actually gives you a couple additional advantages to how to publish an infographic once you've got one done.
Correct.
So of course you can always do the export and then just publish it like you would a JPEG file.
Correct.
Right, but then you also have a whole online what I want to use. I could have videos in my infographic. I could have animation in my infographic. I could embed it somewhere and then have the analytics behind it. Tell us about that.
So yes, your online presentation is more powerful than your downloaded presentation because that way we can track the metrics behind it. So if you were to share the link of your published project infographic to someone else, email it, or even embed it to your site, it is still being tracked. So we have the analytics behind it to know when somebody is viewing it, what IP address, how long did they spend on that project. So you can then track the metrics on the effectiveness of your projects, analytics in the campaign. So that's a very cool thing to know because I think it's more than creating content and just getting out there and never knowing who's looking at it, right? So by utilizing more embeddability or the actual link itself of the project, we can still track that activity for you so you can have a measure behind it. And then interactivity-wise, you can assign links, you can animate every single object. So, and then of course we talk about bringing third-party elements into it. So we are, allow you to go beyond just a static non-moving graphic, which in itself is very powerful, but we allow you to add those layers if you wish to.
Right. So let's talk about beyond infographics and presentation. Visme can also be used to build other things as well.
Yes. So because we allow you the canvas size to make a presentation or infographic, or I guess it's a canvas size,
right?
Any size that you want, it's up to you. So we have people that are creating short animations and embedding into their home page, or creating banners and adding it to their sites and so on. And because it's HTML5, they can just animate it or download that's just a simple JPEG or image. So we give that medium to them to be able to utilize it.
So it could be anything. It could be banners. It could be report graphics that I want to put in a PDF report. It could be any kind of thing I need to create.
Other people may create social marketing. It's up to you. So there's people that create posters. You decide what size you want it to be, and you download as a PDF naturally to do that. So it doesn't matter. Right. It's the size of the canvas.
So presentations, there are templates. Infographics, I don't think we talked about. There are templates for infographics as well.
Yes.
In a whole bunch of different categories. So what kind of categories have you got?
We are dividing infographics into the categories of types. Right? So there is categories where, as far as I'm in business, I'm a nonprofit, I'm in science, healthcare, government, and so on. And then as far as the types, we are going into where the type would be, for example, I'm doing a comparison chart, I'm doing a hierarchical, I'm doing something that is going to be more of a report graph. So there's 6 or 7 types. I can't name all of them off my head, but the report right there. And so that you can say, hey, I'm a nonprofit and I want to create a comparison of like this last year's donation to this year. And that allows you to very quickly see the templates that are available to do that. We have a couple hundred templates right now, but we've got a few hundred more. We're going to be releasing every few weeks additional batch of them. That's going to be coming out. And also, people use it for resumes. So they utilize an infographic style resume that stands out more than, let's say, just a text-based resume.
Absolutely. So someone wants to try Visme. How do they do that?
So if you want to try, it's free. You just go to visme.co. I mean, everything starts free, and that's where online apps goes. And so the power of the tool really then comes in, if you like it enough, which I'm sure you will, to go premium. And with the premium plans, you get to unlock a lot of the features, which start off as little as $7 a month when you pay, or $12 a month paying monthly.
And then that's just a subscription. All your files stay forever. You can,
right. They stay there. You can decide. You create a project. You can delete it if you want, and just sort of let it stay in our system. Come back, duplicate it, and edit from it again. So you can just keep utilizing it. It sits there on the cloud under your account until you're ready to get rid of it. If you're
right. One of the nice things is that if you've got a project that you've done before and you liked it, you can duplicate it.
Absolutely.
Right? Leave the old one alone so that people are still linking to it or it's embedded somewhere, but then use that as your starting point for a new design.
That's absolutely right. So what happens is people are, a lot of times they create something, it saves them time, so they duplicate a template and then they keep using it and creating content, which is actually great because some organizations who have team plans with us, because you can also have corporate plans and multiple people using it and sharing content, collaborating as an organization, they might have a designer that creates the templates and then just shares it with their colleagues and employees. So they don't, with the traditional way, you have to send something to a designer to create it, and then he or she has to open that project, creates it and sends it back to you, and if you want to edit, you keep going back. Why shouldn't it be where, and the reason there's a back and forth is because the average person doesn't know how to use Illustrator in InDesign. So with our tool, the learning curve is very low, and so the designer sets it up and then sends it to the colleague, opens it up, and just makes an edit, and those that have.
And that's key. You call that the Enterprise Edition?
Yeah, so we have a team plan. A team plan doesn't have to be Enterprise. The Enterprise is a team plan that is a higher tier.
Okay.
And that's really requires teams of 25 or more users because it gives some additional perks, which we'll get into here too much. But for team plans in general, it's a complete plan, which is a $60 a month per user, and then you can have 2 or more users. It's really up to you how many people you want.
Excellent. Anything else I missed? I mean, what else?
No, I mean, that pretty much covers the basis of it, So we have, as far as the key things, as far as our tool, it's the interactivity, it's the, we like to label ourselves on the path to become the Swiss knife of visual content, so that you create any of those mediums into that. Really, it's, there's just more and more coming. We're going to be continuing improving it. We just released our new version about a month ago, and making it public now, basically.
So there are continuous updates coming out all the time.
Yes, there's a lot of updates coming up. We were pretty quiet for about 8-9 months because this was a very big, major update. The entire system has been rebuilt from a coding side, and now we can scale it with additional features, etc.
Okay, so then some basics. They can find the website at visme.co.
Yes.
On Twitter, they can follow Visme at Visme app.
Yes, exactly.
And where else in social media is Visme?
So we're on Facebook as well. I mean, I believe it's also Visme app, facebook.com /Visme app. We're also on Pinterest. I believe that's also Visme app. You can follow us.
Nice and consistent.
Exactly. So we're pretty active on Twitter. I think that would be a good place to get a lot of updates regularly. That follow us and then get a lot of updates.
And we're here at South by Southwest. This is booth number 1538.
That's right.
And the trade show will be going on into Wednesday, right?
Absolutely, it will be.
All right. Thank
you very much,
Appreciate
Andy.
it.
Pleasure. Thank you.